Sabrina. What's up, girl? How you doing? Happy Friday. Excuse my voice, you guys. I literally had to take a nap. Y'all ever listen, I love that answer, Sabrina. Bless. Listen, I am feeling good. I'm trying to wake up. I had not planned to take a nap. I'm trying to literally wake up so that I can work out. How y'all doing? Gonna let the room fill up. Our declaration is going to be you won't miss it. You won't miss it. You won't miss what God has for you. Come on. I need y'all to make that personal. Y'all got it. I won't miss it. Some of y'all literally need to say out of your mouth, blessings to you, Pastor Ron. Some of y'all literally need to say out of your mouth, I won't miss what God has for me. I won't miss the marriage God has. Oh, my God. Oh, I won't miss the marriage God has for me. Come on. I won't miss the opportunities God has for me. I won't miss the financial overflow. I dare y'all to make it personal that God has for me. Come on. I won't miss the apartment God has for me. I won't miss the home that God has for me. I won't miss the vehicle, come on, that God has for me. Because guess what? What's for you is for you. I feel God even now. Hey, Visha, I said what's for you is for you. I dare y'all to make it personal. You won't miss what God has promised you. I know a lot of times in the waiting phase when we are waiting and it seems like God, I've been waiting forever and a day. You look around and you see everything, happening for everybody else and sometimes that makes you feel like you got to just do something to get what God promised you. I had not planned to go live again on today. I was literally just sitting here trying to wake up. I've been sitting in the car for about 10 minutes like God, I'm just trying to get a little bit of energy so I can go work out. But he said, I need you to go live and I need you to tell my children that they won't miss what I've promised them. I'm going to say it again. You won't miss it. I need y'all to type that phrase in again. I won't miss it. I know a lot of times when we're pursuing the promise or circling the promise, sometimes it can feel like you're looking for a needle in the haystack. Give me a one if you like apostle, that's me. Whether it's, opportunities you're looking for that God has promised you or promised your business, whether it's an apartment, whether it's a job, whether it's a vehicle. And it just be seeming like God, I'm never ever going to find what you have for me, right? I have listen, y'all, I have been there so many times, and I'm gonna be real. In every single area of my life, I have been there at some point. God, you said this, but I'm looking and I don't find nothing. God, you said this. I applied and I got rejected. All right. God, you said this. I knocked on the door. I turned the doorknob. Not only was it closed, the door was locked. God, you said this, but man said this. And at every single juncture, that in itself, pursuing and feeling like it's a needle in a haystack, it tests your gangster. It make you want to throw in the towel. Some of y'all feel that way. It make you want to say, what's the use of this? It make you want to go back it make you want to go back to the vision and rewrite it yourself. It make you want to settle. Whew, I feel that. It makes you want to settle because you feel like it's such a needle in the haystack, and looking for a needle in the haystack is taking so very long that you start feeling I might as well just get what I can get. Whew, God, I might as well just get what I can get. It's good enough. That's what some of y'all are. And then there are moments when you're pursuing the promise where you really just start feeling, because it gets to a point where you pursue it so much, and then it's like God knows, like, our physical being gets, it reaches, I guess, a threshold where we can't go no more, so we enter into that phase of God being quiet, where he ain't showing you where to look for the job. He ain't showing you, you know, come on. He ain't showing you any progress. He's not talking to you about what city. And then it's so, what's so crazy is that you be looking back on like previous months, and you were like, God, back then you were talking to me about this. You were telling me exactly what to do, exactly where to look. So why are you silent now? So then in that silence, you really start feeling like, I'm gonna miss it because I'm so still. God, you have me so still that it feels like I'm gonna miss it. And then what really makes you feel like you're going to miss it is that a lot of times you be looking at like the season of life and things, circumstances that are happening around you. And sometimes things are just stagnant, where it's just the same. It's been the same, and it's probably been the same for a while. And then there are some circumstances, especially when you feel like, I feel like I'm gonna miss it. Now, this is where a lot of people start moving to the beat of their own drum. Then there are some moments where the circumstances just start getting worse and worse and worse. And you just start feeling like, God, what in the world? But I want to tell you something. It's in that, that moment where it feels like, God, the circumstances are getting worse and you not talking about it. Do you not know that those are the moments that God is moving? Do y'all not know that those are the moments where the Lord moves? He said that I needed to get on here to encourage some of you guys that you won't miss what he has for you. He's not silent because he doesn't care about your concerns. He's not silent because he doesn't hear your concerns. He's silent because he's working. Mm. Can I just get somebody to say that he's silent because he's working? He's not silent because he's forgotten about you. He's not silent because it's never going to happen. He's not silent because he don't, see that things are, because he don't care that to you things are getting worse. That deadline is approaching. That, come on, God, this about to go to court. God, I'm about to get kicked out. He's silent because he's working. And he's working so that you don't miss what he has promised you. I'll say that again. He's silent so that you don't miss what he promised you. I'm going to say it again. He's silent so that you don't miss what he's promised you. I'm going to say it. I feel that. I need somebody to type that in. He's silent because he's working so that I don't miss what he's promised me. Because he's a God that does what he says he is going to do. I really don't know who this was for, but the Lord literally arrested my spirit. And he said, tell them I won't let them miss it. He said, tell them I won't let them miss it. They're not going to miss the apartment. They're not going to miss the business opportunity. They're not going to miss, you know, meeting their spouse. They're not going to miss that job. They are not going to miss what I've promised them. Some of y'all right now need to literally be at peace. You've been literally freaking out and stressing yourself out for no reason. Whew. Some of y'all literally need to be at peace and stop stressing yourself out. You need to stop. Okay, Sabrina. And at the end of this broadcast, because this was your word, you need to sow into it. God says you already know that you need to sow into this word. I say what I said again to y'all. I'm gonna say it again. Some of y'all literally need to be at peace. Can I just get somebody to type that in? Be at peace. Because you've been freaking out. You've been thinking yourself into a rut. You've been stressed out because you're comparing a deadline to who God is. You come on. You're allowing your own impatience and the doubt that comes from dealing with certain circumstances to make you teeter and totter on the line and be double minded. It's why some of you guys that even though some of y'all have seen God move, some of y'all even today, even this week, you have seen God move. You have seen the miraculous timing of God, but yet you still doubt, yet you still worry, yet you still stress about things. The purpose of God doing things and giving us the revelations of how his timing works, how when his timing hits, his favor is there, his grace is there, the glory is there. It's not just for that moment. It's to let you know that, hey, if God can work this situation out in such a way that leaves you flabbergasted, that gives you a jaw dropping moment, it lets you know that it will be the same thing for the major things that you are believing God for. Did you really think that God would just do the minor things and not even focus on the major? Some of y'all be seeing God take care of you, but yet you still wonder and worry about other needs. Some of y'all have seen God favor you. You've seen it with your own eyes, but yet you still worry and wonder about a government's approval, about a man's approval. Like God's word don't trump it all. All right. Yeah. Some of y'all have seen God provide for you. Maybe not in a way that, you would have wanted him to provide, but nevertheless, you've seen God provide for you, but you still worry about God, how I'm gonna pay for this, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that, how I'm gonna do this. Like he ain't come through on time the last time. Some of y'all have seen God work things out for you in such a detailed way, but yet you still get caught up on the details. God says, I need to say that one again. Some of y'all have seen God move in such a very detailed way, but yet you still get hung up on the details. And a lot of times, the times where God has moved in a bit, He always moves in a very detailed way. But the times you've noticed that He's moved in a very detailed way, He's always done it in a way that you could not have ever thought of, that you could not have ever imagined. But yet you get hung up and so hyper focused on God moving to the beat of your drum, like He ain't create your drum. It's heavy. You won't miss it. Type that in on the screen. I won't miss it. You're not going to miss what God has for you. You're not going to miss what God has for you. Why you so worried? Why you so stressed? Why you keep letting your thoughts ruin your day? Why you keep letting your lack of knowledge of the details get you out of your faith? God never said that he would tell us the details of the how. He never said that. He never said that. He never said that the right time meant our time. The right time is never our time, because if we can snap our fingers and have God move and change some circumstances right now, we would have been done it. This is a wake up call for some of y'all. And it's a wake up call because the Lord knows that nighttime is coming. And the thing about, like, when it gets dark outside is our minds want to start wondering. We don't have as many things as we do during the day to distract us. You won't miss it. Get your mind off the details. Get your mind off the timing. Stop over. This is for somebody. Stop overthinking it. Why do you get in and out of doubt, in and out of fear about your situation, about your circumstance, when God has already told you how it's going to be? He's already told you that you win in the end. He's already told some of y'all you're going to have a place to stay. You're going to have a vehicle. He's already told some of y'all that the money is coming. He's already told some of y'all that home ownership is your portion. He's already told some of y'all that the mortgage will be paid. Who is this for? He's already told some of y'all the car note is going to get handled. He's already told some of y'all what victory looks like for you. But yet you fail to fully believe that the victory will be yours. And the reason why a lot of y'all are failing at believing that the victory that God spoke over your situation, over your life, over your circumstance is really your portion is because you keep prematurely comparing what your natural eyes are seeing to what God said. When the Bible is clear, clear as day, when it says we walk by faith and not by sight, you won't miss what God has for you. I'm going to say that again. You won't miss what God has for you. Can I just get y'all to type that in? I won't miss the victory that God has spoken over my struggle. I won't miss the victory that He's spoken over my life. I won't miss the victory that He's spoken over my finances. I won't miss the victory that He's spoken over my business. I won't miss the business. I mean the victory that He's spoken over my mind. I won't miss the victory that He's spoken over my health. I won't miss the victory that He's spoken over my family. I won't miss the victory that He's spoken over my marriage, that He's spoken over my connections. I won't miss the victory. Whew. I got more than just Daphne on this broadcast. So why aren't y'all typing? I know Haps like to play around with the numbers and make me feel like I can't, see how many people are on here. But this screen should be filled because this word was right on time for so many of y'all. I had not planned on going live. And I'm literally sitting in the car trying to wake myself up. And God said, get on there and tell them. They won't miss what I have for them. Come on. Come on, you won't miss your victory. You won't miss it. You will not miss it. That is the broadcast. That is the broadcast. That is the broadcast. Everyone on here needs to be sowing some type of seed into this word. Everybody on here. Everybody. Because for some of y'all, you were just in the pit that your mind had created before I got on here. Some of y'all, it's been an all-day thing. You've been soaking in doubt, soaking in fear, soaking in the details that God never told you he would give you in the first place. The seed title, I won't miss my victory. Make it personal. I won't miss the victory if it's financial, if it's living arrangements, whatever the case may be. That is the seed title. I won't miss my victory. And the seed number is 7. Some of y'all gonna sow $7. Some of y'all need to literally. I see somebody sowing 27. Somebody needs to sow 77. Someone may feel led to sow 70. You may say God may tell you to sow 170. I don't know why God is telling me this number for you, Alyssa Baker. 77 is your number. I'm not sure if that's $77. It may be $10.77, but I hear the number 77. You won't miss your victory. You won't miss your victory. 77 is for somebody else on here too. That's not just her seat number. There's one other person that needs to sow 77. The Lord says you won't miss your victory. And that's it. That is it. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. So until next time, y'all.